that you are hiring a vice president of marketing, you have an important choice to make. Do you want the 1x hire or the 10x hire? A 1x hire, for instance, is somebody that's going to make $100,000 a year and they will provide the business with $100,000 a year of value. Not a great return. The 10x hire, on the other hand, somebody that's going to make $100,000 a year, but return $1 million to the business. That's the kind of hire a lot of companies want. But too many companies have a hiring process that is aligned more to the 1x hire. So let's walk through what a 1x hiring process looks like, and then what a 10x hiring process looks like, and you can pick out things that you want to do to amp up your own hiring process. In a 1x hiring process, the philosophy is one of hiring is HR's job. The way that HR measures its success is often looking at the cost of the hire. Not quite the quality of the hire, but just the easy to measure cost of the hire. In a 1x hiring process, when we define the role, we say things like, I'll know it when I see it. And that is problematic because everybody needs to know it when they see it, and it's much better to define it first and then go out and find it. But in a 1x process, we see a lot of, we'll kiss a lot of frogs and see who rises to the top. In a 1x hiring process, the way that we promote a job is very kind of traditional and what a lot of us would find as familiar. I call it post and pray. We will just, put together a job spec, maybe cobbling it together from multiple job specs that we find on LinkedIn. We will post it out there, and we pray that people are out there who will respond to it. In a 1x hiring process, then we bring people in to evaluate them for jobs, and we basically give them the Spanish Inquisition. It's basically, interviews like we know and don't love, and we talk to people, but it's much more of a one-sided thing of what the company wants. So let's contrast that with a 10x hiring process. In a 10x hiring approach, hiring is seen as everybody's job, not just HR's job, but the CEO's job, every manager's job, even people who don't manage people. There is one company that gives Starbucks gift cards to all of their employees with the idea that you're supposed to take out people that that for coffee, people that could be good fits at the company. You should be an ambassador for the company and basically be an extension of the hiring team. That is a really different philosophy. The companies that have this 10x hiring approach will not measure just cost of hire, they will measure quality of hire. They will lean into measuring that, even though that is more of a long-term metric and it can be a little challenging to get to, but there are methods for it. In a 10x hiring process, the definition of the job, it goes beyond we'll know it when we see it. It's about defining the job and not the person. We don't say this person needs to have 10 years of experience and have an MBA or yada, yada, yada to do a job. In fact, what we will do in the 10x process is define the job, what makes that job compelling, because a lot of different people could fulfill that job even if they don't have the actual prescribed background. In a 10x hiring process, the way that we promote that job is different. Rather than post and pray, we will use more of a scout and sell approach, defining who we are looking for and getting input from the target talent so that we can be very pinpointed with who we go after and we can sell that talent. Lastly, in a 10x hiring process, the evaluation is different. Rather than just do that inquisition of interviews, those companies that take a 10x approach will say, the candidate experience is just as important as the customer experience. And they will craft the candidate experience to the interests of the candidates. They will see that evaluation should be braided with selling. That top candidates, yes, they want to be challenged, but they also want to be sold to and they want to see the value prop in joining a company. So think through these approaches and hopefully you have some ideas there for how to zhuzh up your hiring from 1x to 10x.